Hello guys, hope you are doing well. I want to welcome you to our today's session. I'm going to do something on translation. This is a subtopic under vectors 1. There are important details that learners normally omit, and these are the very important points that will help you um, solve these questions very well. Now, I'm here specifically to single out those details that are very key in this paper. Now, the first question that we are going to handle two questions in this presentation under translation. And the first question reads the image of P negative 2 comma 5 under translation T is in fact 2 comma 2. Q, which is 9 comma 5, is the image of Q under the same translation T. We are supposed to determine the coordinates of Q. Now, first of all, we need to get this first point, the details I was talking about that are very important. The first point that we need to have says that, the first point in fact says that anytime you have a translation plus object, it is going to give you the image. Translation plus object will give us the image. Now, under this question, we have been told that the image of P under the translation T is 2 comma 2. Now we have got the image and we have got the object coordinates. Now what we do not have is the translation coordinate. Now in this case, let us work out the translation coordinate by substituting the information we have into this formula. Like I said, translation plus object coordinate will give us the image coordinate. Now, we have translation plus the object coordinate is negative 2, comma 5. We are writing as a column vector is equals to the image, which is 2, comma 2, again as column vector. Now, for us to be able to work out the translation, we'll be forced to say that we have 2 here and 2 on the other side. This is the image coordinate. So we want to take the object coordinate on the other side by subtracting from the image coordinate. Now the object coordinate is negative 2, comma 5. Now, if you put like terms together, I mean the x together and the y together, we are going to have 2 minus minus 2. Then under x we have 2 minus 5. Now, the translation is going to be 2 minus minus 2. It will give us positive 4. Then 2 minus 5, it will give us negative 3. So this is the translation coordinate. This is the translation coordinate that we have. Now let us proceed to the second part that says the image of Q given by the coordinate 9, 5 under the same translation, that is T, we are supposed to determine the object coordinate of Q, the object coordinate of Q. Now this one is even simple than we thought. Now we already have our translation as 4 and comma negative 3. Now what we want to work out is the object coordinate. We have also been given the image coordinate for Q. Now we are going to say also that translation plus object coordinate will give us the image coordinate. What is the translation? the translation is positive 4 comma negative 3, and then plus the object coordinate. The object coordinate, we have not been given the object coordinate. Now what about the image coordinate for q? We have the image coordinate, which is q prime, and it is given by the coordinate 9 comma negative 5. So for us to be able to work out O, we will take 4 comma negative 3 to the other side, and we are going to subtract from the image coordinate. Now we have 9 negative 5. We want to take away 4 comma negative 3. Now we put like terms together and say that the object coordinate in fact is going to be 9, you take away 4 under the x part, and then under the y part you say it is negative 5 minus 3. Now we are going to get under x 9 minus 4, we get 5. Under y, negative 5 minus minus, this automatically becomes a positive, so it is negative 5 plus 3. It is going to give us a negative 2. So the coordinate for q, the object coordinate for q is in fact 5 comma negative 2, 5 comma negative 2, or you can write this as a column vector and say it is 5 negative 2. It is 5 negative 2. So this is how we work out the image, the object coordinate. First of all, we must have the translation vector, then we add to the object coordinate. That one is going to give us the image coordinate. So that is the first part, and that is how we are supposed to do that. So make sure this formula is you have it. The formula is very important. So these are the details that I was mentioning when I started the presentation. These details that we overlook, they are very important when it comes to these questions. Now, what about the second equation? The second question reads: a translation T maps an object, that is A negative 6 comma 2, onto an image of its own, that is 3 comma 5. We are supposed to determine the translation of vector T, and at the same time part B is saying that another point, a different point from A, it has an image negative 4 comma 2, and the image was um, um, the image was translated under the same vector, that is T. Now we are supposed to determine the coordinate of the object, Now let us start with the first part, which says we work out the translation vector. Remember, I said T plus O is equals to I. In other words, translation plus object will give us the image. The translation T maps, this is the object, that is the translation T maps the object with the coordinate 6, negative 6, comma 2 onto its own image, that is given by the coordinate 3, comma 5, 3, comma 5. Now for us to be able to work out the translation, we will have to say translation is 3 comma 5, we take away negative 6 comma 2, negative 6 comma 2, we put like terms together. We are going to say that T is equals to, this is 3 minus minus, it becomes a positive, so we have 9, and then 5 minus 2, it will give us 3. So the translation vector T is in fact 9 comma 3, 9 comma 3. What about the second part? The second part reads, we are supposed to determine the object coordinate of P, the object coordinate of P. We have been given the translation. We have obtained the translation here. We add to the object, we finally get our image. The translation is 9,3. We add to our object coordinate that we do not have. It will give us our image coordinate, which is -4,2. Now we make all the subject and then say it is going to be -4,2. We take away 9,3. So our object coordinate is going to be -4 minus 9 is going to be -13. Then +2 minus 3 is going to give us -1. So -13, -1. This is our object coordinate. In other words, the coordinate for P. So our final answer is going to be P. We say the coordinate is -13, -1, and that is how we are supposed to work out these questions. So remember that T plus O is equals to I. T plus O is equals to I. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and share this video widely. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. Bye bye.